Hey everyone, Josh Ledgard from Kickofflabs here. Today I want to talk about a big use case for Kickofflabs through a recent example that's crushing it when it comes to lead generation. Running a Kickstarter pre-launch or any sort of crowdfunding pre-launch is critical to crowdfunding success. You actually have to have validated there's interest before you launch the Kickstarter campaign, just like you would validate interest before you built a product. And it's important, even once you've validated interest, to build an even larger list that's ready to reserve theirs, because you want to hit that trending mark on Kickstarter or Indiegogo or your homegrown crowdfunding campaign like right away. You want to see those sales coming in, you want to see those reservations being made, and then the platforms will promote you even more. Let's talk about this specific campaign. So this is Anymaka. It's the portable hammock stand that sets up in 3 seconds for instant relaxation anywhere. What makes this campaign so effective? Because they have been effective, they've gotten a ton of leads, and they're going to crush their Kickstarter launch, I'm sure of it. First of all, I would say they've got great videos on the page. They're already past the point where they've done some product validation, some prototypes clearly, but they're using that and the prototypes to prove that this is more real. The more real you can make something, the more confident people will feel signing up, making a reservation, and ultimately purchasing the product. Remember, at each phase of the launch, you want to up the realism so people can feel the progress. When you're first going, you might have a design image, but you want to share that image as much as possible, even if it's not ultimately what you want it to look like, so that people know, hey, somebody is working on this thing. And then maybe once you have an actual sketch prototype, you want to show that. Once you have a physical prototype, maybe some images. Once you've verified the physical prototype works, because you don't want your hammock to collapse on you, make some videos of people using the prototype. Each phase brings up the realism, makes it feel more possible that this thing will help people in their life, will solve the problem that they're after solving. The next thing I want to talk about is on this page. It stands out to me. So first of all, the main headline is really clear with an image. It doesn't even have to be a video. It could have just been an image. I think it'd be just as effective. The portable hammock stand that sets up in 3 seconds for instant relaxation anywhere. And the next thing that stands out is a really simple call to action that you could see from 10 feet away on the landing page. It says, sign up to reserve the limited 43% discount. Why 43%? I have a couple theories. One, 10% just isn't going to cut it when it's a pre-launch. You're just like, oh, it's 10% off what? You could just, there's no price listed, so you could just set the price anywhere. 43% feels meaningful. Second, 43, it's an interesting number. It's not just saying half off. It's not just 30% off, numbers you see all the time. So they picked a unique number. It's a subtle psychological effect for picking the number 43. The next thing I want to talk about is the headlines. There's nothing generic on this page. So the headlines tell a story and they're specific to the product. So the headlines, just to skim them through if I was skimming the headlines, sets up in 3 seconds, lightweight to move around, swing with friends for stress-free quality time, quick adjust to achieve the perfect hang anywhere, rotatable canopy with UPF 50 sun protection. If you go through this, you see that there's no generic copy like perfect for your situation, great for a day at the beach. Even that would be too generic for this case. Like they're saying there's a canopy with UPF 50 sun protection that you can use. And so everything gets really specific, and the headlines, when you read through them, tell a story about the product. I don't even have to read the subtext. I can skim the page, get what I need to know out of the page really quickly to know if I'm interested or not. And then they just threw in some extra feature details just so you can see, oh, how big is it? What else does it have? Some smaller things. And they don't list paragraphs of detail. Like some people will want to write every little detail about the product, like cup holder, and then they'll add large enough to hold a big gulp from 7-Eleven and tight enough to hold your small cans. And you want to write this lengthy paragraph, and you don't have to do that. Like sometimes it's good enough just to say it is this thing. You know what this thing is, it solves this problem, and that's just general good landing page advice. So now let's see what they're doing after you sign up. So if I go back to the sign up form and we will sign up for this campaign, I get a really simple page. It says, thank you for signing up. And there's 2 different calls to action that are pretty common with a Kickstarter campaign. I would have added one more call to action, which was to refer friends, and I would have given them another 20% off, or maybe started at 37% and gone to 47% if they referred 3 or 4 friends. But what they've added as an action here is to get notified on Kickstarter and to join the Facebook VIP group. So if I get notified on Kickstarter, that will obviously take me to the Kickstarter page where I can do the pre-reservation here as well to be notified. The reason you collect email and do this is not everybody is going to have a Kickstarter account, and also not everybody that signs up for your pre-launch is going to purchase on Kickstarter. Some people are weary of Kickstarter. Not everyone has a Kickstarter account. You want to collect that email address so that once you launch your actual store after the Kickstarter of the product, you have an email list you can message, say, hey, now you could actually buy it. You may have missed the pre-launch and the Kickstarter discount, but this thing is real. You can buy it today, and people make a ton of their sales that way as well once they have the store open. And then the second call to action is to join the exclusive VIP Facebook group. So if we click that, you'll see, about this group, and an action to join the group here where they receive exclusive updates for people. You can see they've got 1,400 people have already joined this group. That's a percentage of the people that have signed up for their campaign. I don't want to give away any of their specific numbers, but they are doing really well here. And you can too. This is all really easy to set up on Kickofflabs. If you're interested in running your own Kickstarter pre-launch on Kickofflabs, head on over to kickofflabs.com and sign up today. We have a campaign type specifically for a Kickstarter pre-launch. You might want to check that out with some customized actions that you can set up. And let us know if you have any questions. We'd love to help you with your Kickstarter pre-launch.